as wise as the king, just as fruitful, just as abundant. So don't be fooled by what you see on social media or these music videos. These men, they want a woman with substance. Yes, it's nice to have something good to look at, but they want a woman with substance. That is a part of your abundance. How wise you are, how resourceful you are, how gifted and talented and intuitive you are. The fact that he can go to you for guidance, for wisdom. Because one thing that I've learned is in this world, we've been taught to be superficial. You see, many of the people that you were in relationships with, they only loved you for what you could offer them. They only loved you for how you looked. Okay? And baby, I'm here to tell you that that is not real love. And you can't blame them because even many of us were superficial in loving ourselves. That's right. You only loved yourself when you could fit in those jeans. You only loved yourself when you looked good in that swimsuit. You only loved yourself when you looked like the girls on television. When your hair was done, when your makeup was done, when you had on your lashes, when you had on your face. But when you were just you would nitpick, you would judge yourself, you would find flaws. So you can't judge those people who did that because you did that to yourself. But the beauty of healing is that you get to experience real love. You learn how to love yourself no matter how much weight you gain. You learn to love yourself no matter how much money you have in the bank. You learn to love yourself no matter how many people are rooting you on. You learn to love yourself unconditionally. That is the best gift that you can give to yourself. So although it is good for you to work out, I'm not saying that you have to be a certain size or have the perfect body in order to be worthy of your king. I'm saying that is also a part of self-love, taking care of yourself. That's a bonus. Because once you truly love yourself, you're going to want to show it to the world. You're going to want to express it in different ways, how you show up in the world. And a part of how you show up in the world is your body, how you dress, how you do your makeup. It stops becoming about other people and you begin to do it just for yourself. You look in the mirror, you're like, damn, sis, you fine. And you mean it. And it's not based on what size you are. This is a very important message that Spirit wants me to bring to the divine feminines because we've had this heavy burden, this weight placed on us that we have to be perfect, that we have to be superficial, that we have to do all of these surgeries. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but that we have to do all of this stuff in order to be acceptable in society, in order to compete for a man. What God wants you to know is that the right man is going to love you for you, and he's going to see beyond the superficial stuff anyway. That's going to be a bonus. So understand that if a person loves you less because of how you look, that's not the person for you. Because they should be seeing beyond those things. They should be looking at your heart. But you have so many false gurus out here who have told you that this is what you need to look like. This is how much money you need to have in order to be a high value woman. Baby, you are high value in God's eyes. That's all that matters. Don't base your value on what a man thinks or says about you. Base your value on what God thinks about you. God thinks that you are beautiful. It doesn't matter how much weight you gain. It doesn't matter what size you wear. You are beautiful no matter what. So let that go. You don't need to be perfect for your masculine. He will love you just as you are. Because low self-esteem is only going to cultivate jealousy, is going to cultivate insecurity, is going to cultivate competition. You have to know that you're that bitch. It's given Lizzo. That's why I love her. It's given Monique. Because it doesn't matter how skinny you are, how big your butt is. It doesn't even matter about the color of your skin. You have to let all of that go. All of those were distortions. And you are the chain breaker. You were breaking these chains for your ancestors because they had to go through all of that. Yeah, they had to deal with the brown paper bag test and all of these things. So this is where all of these ideals are coming from.